What's up? This is Dominique Beaumonte, and you are listening to Season with Salt, the podcast. Meghan Markle. Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, I want you to know that I don't care what they say about you. I do not believe them. I do not believe that you are an angry black woman. I do not believe that you are struggling from an inability to manage your emotions. I do not believe that you are an angry black woman in any way, shape, or form. I will not buy it. I will not accept it. I will not live in it. I will not repeat it. I will not walk in it. The only thing I will do is podcast about it. That's all. I ain't gonna let them do that to you. Why y'all always want to do that? Like, why y'all always want to push this narrative that listen, it's Women's History Month. And we're not even gonna let this historical black woman be. We ain't gonna let her be. We just gonna let everybody just run her name. All right, let me hurry up and say this. I didn't watch the Oprah interview. I don't know what it was about. I don't know what Oprah asked, but I'll tell you one thing. I know Oprah asked some questions that none of us could ask. Number one, because we're not Oprah. Number two, because we're not Oprah. Number three, because we're not Oprah. So, I'm not hating on Oprah, and I'm not hating on Meghan Markle. I'll tell you who I do want to hear from. I want for Meghan Markle's mom, hear me out, I want Meghan Markle's mom to go on The View, and I want Whoopi to be like, did you hear what they said about your daughter? And then that's all they have to say, because I can guarantee you right now, Meghan Markle's mom finna go off. It's only so many things. It's only so many times. It's only so many ways that you're gonna just talk about a black woman's daughter, especially during Black History Month. All right, y'all say they ain't Black History Month, especially during Black Women's History Month. First of all, let me just back up about what we're talking about here, because sometimes people can take things all the way out of context. This historic black woman, all that she's accomplished in just this short life. First of all, this is like an established actress, number one. I knew something was wrong with her white counterparts. Were like, I was on stage with her. I was on set with her. I ain't never seen her do nothing like that. That just goes to tell me that somebody's really into ruining her reputation. Somebody don't like her. Oh, well, she was rude. They said, the prince was having an event, and she said she wanted to have red blankets, and they brought her some chartreuse blankets, and they didn't like the way she responded. Well, bring her the right blankets. Who gonna talk about that? Who gonna talk about that? Who gonna mention that? Who gonna bring that up? Because, see, people love to call out how you responded to what they did wrong. But they will not focus on what they did wrong. Who brought Meghan the wrong blankets? Oh, well, she went off during the wedding. Who failed at help? I read in the newspaper that she was unpleased with some of the selection that the choir sang. The reason why that's going to be unearthing to people is because y'all don't go to nobody's church. Listen, the choir will upset you. Y'all don't hear me. Listen, the choir will upset you. So what I'm saying to y'all is, don't let public opinion, don't let pop culture fool you into believing that Meghan Markle is an angry black woman. First of all, ask yourself why they even want to push that narrative. Second of all, read the whole article, because you're going to be like, oh, that's what she was mad at? Let's say she was mad at that. Let's say that did piss her off. I'm going to be in her corner, because I read what they said that she did that they didn't like. And I'm with it. Meghan Markle, if you are listening to this podcast, I want you to come into the podcast, first of all. Second of all, you cool. Don't worry. The people who matter ain't tripping. Period. The people who matter ain't tripping. And at the end of the day, we need to be asking why it's socially acceptable for white women to have a high standard and they just be concerned or meticulous or committed to excellence. But when a black woman knows specifically what she wants and she don't get it, she angry. Ask yourself that question. You're listening to the Season with Salt Podcast Network. This is Dominique Beaumonte, your host. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, SWS Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, SWS The Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, SWS Podcast. Thank you. Hope to hear from you soon.
Season with salt, with salt.